So a lot of news has been going on about Paul Millsap very recently, considering the Hawks have announced that they are listening to trade offers for the 32-year-old All-Star power forward, and the Toronto Raptors are probably at the top of the listening list or something, and are probably the team that needs him the most. And as Toronto Raptors are my team that I fellow support, I will be going over why the Toronto Raptors need him and some potential trades they could do for Millsap. Now, this will be from William Liu, who is very, very, very respected among the Toronto Raptors reporters. He's on Twitter. I'll leave a link to his Twitter down in the description. I'm using his reasons. I'm going to expand upon them a bit, but these are all his reasons. And these are also his trade scenarios. So without further ado, let's just go over it right now. Alright, so the first thing he writes is that Millsap is a triple threat on offense. He says he's a decent shooter from a distance. He can make plays in the high post, excellent pick and roll, and can attack the basket from the three-point line, and he's a smart passer, which I agree everything on. The only thing I don't think he is really a three-point shooter. He can make it, but he isn't the shooter you would think he is. Like a few years ago, he's 37. Now he's kind of 32%. But that might be because Al Horford is left, and Al Horford was a really good space big man. I just don't know with the spacing if he would be as good as a three-point shooter here. But who knows? I mean, he's definitely better than Pascal. He also says that defense will be swarming DeRozan and Lowry off screens, which is obvious. Jonas isn't the best at forcing someone else to beat the trap, and Patterson is only a threat to shoot. Millsap can give us a legitimate playmaker out of the pick and roll to torture defenses, which is basically just another offensive weapon. And honestly, I mean, we're the best offense team in the NBA, despite losing like 82 against the Spurs. It's the Spurs, all right? And we didn't have Patterson, so yeah. He's also capable of doing offense on and off the ball and can space the floor for drivers and post-ups, and can get his own bucket if need be, which just opens it up for Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan, the Slash Kings. So, I mean, it's not really, that's why he's a perfect fit for the offense. And also, he's a perfect fit on defense, too. So, let's just that's number 2. He's a mobile defender who can guard wings and big, quick feet, mobile, high IQ defender, and strong enough to bang with centers. So basically, he should be a LeBron stopper, but as we know from the playoffs the last 2 years, he apparently is not a LeBron stopper. He's also very comfortable on the perimeter, effective in hedging and trapping schemes that Dwayne Casey adores, very intuitive on switches and pairs, elite anticipation with great hands, 1.8 steals and 1.7 blocks last season. If we get that, those two stats, that'd be perfect for our defense, because our defense is struggling. But we've had a lot of bad defense, so we definitely need him on defense as well. Number 3 is the Raptors need a power forward. With all due respect to Pascal, Jared Sullinger, and Patterson, who are a really good rookie center in my mind, and probably the real sixth man of the year. But we need a legitimate power forward in the starting slots. Someone that we haven't had since Chris Bosh, and that could definitely easily be very, very, very much be Paul Millsap. And in lineups with Millsap and Patterson on the floor, it could be incredibly effective all around. Defense, offense, rebounding, steals. It's very mobile, very good defense, very smart. Can space the floor. It's just really good. Number 4 is this is a time for a win now move. Like, I am a win now person. This is a win now move. Prime years aren't for granted. Right now, Lowry and DeRozan are having career best season, and getting Millsap would definitely give us a strong supporting cast. And we just don't have a chance with Cleveland or the Warriors right now. Jonas can't get it done defensively. Patterson is overextended. Bebe gets bodied easily and can't score, and Soldier has a bit of both of these problems. So we can't really expect us to compete with the Cleveland Cavaliers. But if we get Millsap, we could at least compete with them and possibly even be a little bit better than them team-wise. We'd have to play a series to find out, but I would like our chances in a 7-game series against the Cleveland Cavaliers, even though they have LeBron. And we could also acquire Millsap's bird rights. Right now, we won't be able to sign Millsap and Lowry because we don't have the bird rights. But let's say we do have Millsap, we would be able to go over the cap and sign both of them to extensions and then have this roster for a few more years to see if it could work. He also put up a few trade ideas, another 5. He gave 5 reasons for why we need him, and he gave a 5 potential trade we could give for Millsap. And let's just see what we get. So the first one he put is Terrence Ross, Jared Sullinger, the Raptors 17 first, and the Clippers first. This trade works because basically we can replace Terrence Ross with Norm, and we can also replace Terrence Ross scoring with Millsap. Ross is on a very nice deal and is probably, in my opinion, has all-star potential, at least scoring-wise. But we know. Let's see what it see why it fails, because Atlanta could probably easily get more than this. Ross is not a proven starter, even though he's a good piece, and 2 picks in the 20s doesn't move the needle much. It's not that good. Sullinger's deal is only to make the salaries work. He's not exactly the piece that he's not the piece the Hawks are looking for, basically. Now, this is the one that I like, but it's a bit more risky. But it also leaves the door open for other things that I would personally want to do if this happened. But just here, I won't be going over what those deals would be. But here's the other one. This is number 2. We would be trading Terrence Ross, Corey Joseph, the 17 Raptors, and the 17 Clippers. Same logic applies to Delon Wright, even though he hasn't really proven himself yet. I feel like I watched him a bit last year. I mean, other than his injury, I mean, even if it doesn't work out, we still have Fred VanVleet, who people have been raving over. And apparently, Delon's supposed to be better than him. So, yeah, I like Delon a lot. I think Norm did really well coming out last year. I think Delon could do even better. Or maybe not better, but just at least come out really good and be a valuable backup point guard. I think he's been really trying to just get into that lineup, and I think we need to give him a chance. And it could fail because we don't want to dismantle the bench like this. Wright most likely isn't ready for a deep playoff run, and we'd probably have to trade for a backup point guard in the end. But, I mean, I think we need to give Delon a chance, and in my opinion, Norm is so talented, even if Delon doesn't work out, we can just apply him to point guard and small forward. Just have him running all over the place, because I think Norm is just that talented, man. His third option is Jonas Valanciunas, the Raptors 17 and the Clippers 17. While Jonas is having a down year, he's a proven starter on a great contract. He has a PER of 18.7 and a true shooting of 60. And he looks like he needs a bigger role. But why it fails is obviously the Hawks have Dwight Howard, so a third team would probably need to make this work, and we'd also enter next summer with only one big center under contract, and that is Bebe. Which, that's what he said. We actually have Jakob Poeltl, but, apparently he isn't sold on Jakob Poeltl like I am. I think Jakob Poeltl is going to be great next year. I think if we started playing him right now, he'd actually be a pretty good center, but, maybe not. Apparently I'm wrong. And the next one is the last one, but we add Terrence Ross. So basically Jonas and Terrence Ross for the Raptors 7 and the Raptors 17 and Clippers 17. Which, I mean, if this doesn't work, it obviously means the third one isn't going to work anyway. And yeah, both of them for just half a season of Millsap seems a bit risky. And then we have Jonas Valanciunas and Norman Powell, who many people consider the future of our franchise. But, I mean, I don't know. I really doubt the Hawks are going to get anything better than this. That's what he said. And, it's just probably one of the best things we can offer. Powell, who looks like he could be a future All-Star. And Jonas, who had that crazy postseason, so he might have all-star potential, but it's probably not going to fail. It's probably going to fail because the Raptors aren't going to pull the plug on Powell. And yeah, if they did, I'm pretty sure the fans would burn down the Air Canada Center. So yes, and I have been watching some other things on YouTube, like A Funky Diabetic, and lots of people are saying the Celtics might try for him, which I don't think they are, just because Let's look at the playoffs from a few years ago when they played against Cleveland. They played 2 chances against Cleveland, and Al and Paul Millsap didn't get it done. I don't even think they got to a 6-game series, especially last year when they got swept. And if Boston's trying to compete with Cleveland this year, I doubt they would do it. And Millsap is just extremely old. They want to waste some of their prospects and future picks on someone that's 32 years old. Even if he would help out right now, he's not going to be helping out in the future when LeBron gets old to where they can claim. I don't think they're going to want to. I don't think they're in a win now situation to get Millsap, who is old. I think they want somebody who is entering their prime when LeBron is exiting, not somebody who will exit before LeBron, but is good right now. So that's why I don't think the Celtics are going to do him. I think they're looking for DeMarcus Cousins, to be honest. Even though they are winning, I think they're looking for somebody who is going to be in their prime, going to still be in their prime in 3 to 4 seasons when LeBron goes down. So I don't think they're going to try and get Millsap, making the Raptors probably the strongest contenders for them. I don't think the Rockets are going to try and pull the trigger on them. I think really the Raptors are probably the best bet for getting Millsap. And so let's hope they can do it, because we've honestly needed some trades this season. And honestly, this might be the Raptors' one shot to get to the NBA Finals, which would drive all of Canada crazy. So let's hope they do it. Anyway, guys, this has been some crazy news in the past few days, and I'm just happy that I can bring it out. I really hope in a few weeks I'll be reporting of Paul Millsap gets traded to the Raptors, so I can make another overreaction on why the Raptors are going to win the NBA championship, baby. Let's go. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. Be sure to come back for my next video. I don't know when it's going to be out. Hopefully it'll be out tomorrow, but you know, I've been saying I'm going to put it out, and I don't freaking know. If you wanted to put it out, then I don't know, get some people to subscribe. I do want to thank you for the support y'all have given me. Hopefully I can make more videos in the future. Let's just hope I can get to that. Thank you for watching, like I said, guys, and I hope to see you in the next video.